I'm Kathy Ring. I'm from Fair Oaks, California, and I do watercolors.
And what got you into watercolors?
I've always liked art, and when I retired from banking, I started taking some classes and do a couple shows a year. This is a show that's been around for 53 years, so it's really well attended, and I've been doing this one for about 6 years.
My name is Karen Hale. I do this work. It's abstract acrylic paintings, mixed media.
Abstract.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get started? I mean, you start with a blank piece of canvas, and how do you take it from there?
It is. I generally start with a concept. I like to have a focal point. In any painting or any artwork, your eye has to cover the field. You have to be able to look at the entire picture plane. And so that's why I start with something that, or I not necessarily start with it, but I have a focal point. Right. So then your eye has a place to start.
Sounds like it's right here.
Yes, your eye has a place to start.
Okay.
So then you tend to move because of the palette and the design. The form, your eye moves around, has a place to come back here.
Sure.
Then your eye sees this and it starts up, and then it comes back up again. And then in that sense, it can hang vertically or horizontally.
Have you figured out what sells and what doesn't sell when you're painting?
No.
You haven't figured that part out yet. Like one piece is better than the other. Let's talk about this one here. So
Well, I think
this is interesting. It looks like you have some people here and some trees. I see like a DreamWorks fantasy 1800s is what I see. What do you see?
well, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
I do see trees in it. Normally, I don't do anything representational, but I think this does have a sense of,
And I sense some
trees
people
to
here.
it.
You obviously weren't going for shadows.
No, I was not going for that at all.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
What do you see? Help me out here.
What are you looking for?
This picture. What do you see in this picture?
Flowers.
How do you set price?
I price it according to what I think the market will bear. This is a business, so there are a lot of different considerations. My expenses are probably a little bit more than what people think they are. So I try to keep it in a range that is competitive with other people.
How long have you been painting?
Oh, about 20 years.
And what's the medium you decided?
Mostly is watercolor, and I do some, I have one with ink in it, and I add a little texture to some of my paintings.
Do you do by memory or a photograph?
No,
Oh,
photographs.
photograph, okay.
Mostly my own photographs.
Look at those prices. You're practically giving them away at these prices. How many paintings would you say you've sold?
I've sold 4.
Total?
Total? Oh, no. Oh, total. Oh, my gosh. No, I don't know. I would say I've sold probably 200.
How do you set price?
I try to keep my prices down so that there's a turnover. And a lot by size, a lot by complexity.
I bought just a little card, a couple of them, the first year I went here. It was, one was a lily and the other was a painting of some lemons on a branch.
They were mine.
Yes, they
Yes,
were.
yes.
I remember your name.
What you got? What you got? You buy that?
We're going to.
Going
Yes.
to. How much you offering? Come on, let's I'll offer more.
We come here every year because we love his stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
It's just like, what are we going to get this year? So we have to have a husband and wife discussion, and then I get what I want.
Wow.
Usually.
I'm Eileen Blodgett from Nevada City, California. Each playing card has a meaning, much like the tarot.
What have we got over here?
These are some other acrylic paintings and subject matter that I've been working with. I do more traditional landscapes and things. The 2 smaller paintings are part of what I call the Flight series.
How do you set price?
Set price, well, it's an individual thing. I set price mostly by the square footage of the painting, by the inch.
Okay,
You paint dogs.
I do.
You know how I know that?
I wonder.
Because there's pictures of dogs on the wall here.
Yeah.
So do you paint other people's dogs? So if they bring you a picture?
Yes.
Something you do?
That's the bulk of my business is I do commission work.
Commission work.
Yeah.
Have you sold a picture of someone else's dog?
Oh yeah.
Are you allowed to do that?
Oh yeah, I take photos a lot of times. Oh yeah, of course you are.
Are you really?
Sure,
All right,
I,
okay.
I photograph dogs wherever I go.
What breed is the biggest seller?
Labs?
Labs.
I painted oils,
Oils.
and just like to have fun with color. This is a commission that I just finished with someone. Someone's getting this for Father's Day.
Wow.
So there's the image. I painted from two different.
So you start with a picture and
I start, yes, with the photos.
Okay, how much would it cost if she came to you and said, I want a painting of this dog?
Let's say in this size
Okay, there we
would
go.
be 500. You know, I like to get as little requests for colors and things like that as possible. When I get to that, if I paint a background in something that they don't like or the color doesn't work or whatever, then I can change it. Oils are very forgiving.
Such as
But
polka
you
dots.
get a better painting if you allow it to flow for the painter. You know, if you allow us to just do what we do.
You are?
Jane Wells.
Tell me about your painting, Jane.
I am a plein air painter. I live in Nevada City, and I have a group of friends, and we go all over. We went to Yosemite a couple of weeks ago and painted the waterfalls.
So you paint while you're there?
Yes, I paint on location. I put my paints in my easel in a backpack and go out and set up right there on site.
So how long did it take you to paint, let's say, this painting here?
A couple hours.
Hey, I'm Dee Cheetah, and I am an acrylic artist.
Have you sold anything today?
Yes, I have. I've sold a couple of things. Thank you very much.
How many times have you been doing this show?
I think this is my fourth year. This is all inspired by Taos, New Mexico. We went there a couple of years ago, and I like their combination of Christianity and their Pueblo. These are always just a continuation of that same inspiration.
What's the medium here?
Still acrylic. I use the palette knife on these. The others are with paintbrush.
How do you set price?
How do I set price? I have done some comparative looking at other artists and then looked at some other information that they tell you how to price things and come up with a formula, and that's how I do it.
Schooling? Go to schooling?
I actually had some college artwork way back when. Became a court reporter and did that for 20 years, and now I'm a painter.